Hello everybody, is this thing on? Let me turn my speakers off. Alrighty, are we live? Let's see here. This is the first time I'm going live, so I'm just testing things out and stuff like that, so let's see here. So yeah, just let me know in the comments section if you are here. And yeah. Just give me a second, guys. Trying to figure this stuff out. Alrighty, so trying to figure out how to change the title on this thing, but apparently it's not letting me, so now I have to check out and see what I can do on the YouTube site or on the on my other thing. So just give me a second. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. So I guess I have to do it in here, but anyway, let me just change this title real quick. Cute. Q and A. Sorry, I'm trying to find buttons here. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Then I need to do the text, so jeez, dude, this is taking a while. Let me see here, just one more thing, guys, and I'll get to the stream. Hold on. Just one more second. Yep, looks good. Okay, so we'll save that. And yeah, so we're good. All right, let's see if we can go back to YouTube. Okay, so we're good. Okay, so how we're doing, guys? All right, I got everything set, so we should be good. Yeah, let me just okay, so basically, oh yeah, let me actually share this stream too, also, because I want more people on here. Give me a second. Alrighty, we are good. Let me just share this again on my phone. I mean, it's might as well, right? Okay, so alright, so what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to wait for you guys to show up on stream, and I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle some cards here, some runes. We have the runes, and so we're going to shuffle some cards. And basically what I'm looking for is going to do a reading for the last part of the year, so September through the end of the year. Like, what's going on? Like, what are we doing? What kind of things should we expect, kind of thing. And so I'm just doing a basic card reading here. Just a 3-card layout. And we shall see what the rest of the year has in store for us. I've been meaning to actually make my own rune deck, and actually buy like a deck that you can, shuffle. These ones I have to like shuffle like this. I have to like, you know, do that. It's so, I don't know, it's just irritating. So, yeah, these cards are not the best. I mean, I like them in the sense that they're like, you know, they're more like staves. They're like thick. Look at how thick that cardstock is. That's crazy. So these are thick, but I need something that I can shuffle and just do easily. So I'm definitely going to buy another deck. But what I really want to do is make my own deck because I'm just not happy with any of the rune deck options that are online, like on Amazon or on Etsy or whatever. Just, yeah, they're just. I want to design something myself and just like, you know, have something personalized kind of thing. Even if nobody else buys it, you know, I just want my own deck that I design personally and stuff. So anyway, so just shuffling the cards. Just shuffling away, shuffling the runes. It's important to also flip the cards, the runes. So like, for example, I'll shuffle once and then I'll flip it. Like I'll take them in two and then flip one. So like, you know, yeah, just flip it and then shuffle again. Okay, gather it, flip, and then shuffle it again. And we shall see. Bad thing about this setup here is I have nowhere to put the cards. so it's kind of like have to do it over off to the side here, which I mean there's enough room there, but it's not ideal. Let me see if I can do this. Just shuffle things around here. There, that's better. Okay, so yeah. And by the way, guys, never use a blank rune card. Like, hold on, let me see if I could find one for you. Yep, I just saw it. There. Why they include these things, I have no idea, but that's pointless right there. So, just toss that. Shouldn't even be in the deck, really. Because what are you supposed to do with that? What kind of divination, what kind of intuition does that give you? None. It's like nothing to work with, so. Anyway, let me see if I can see what's going on here with YouTube. Alright, that's better. So I have a live view of myself and a delayed view for the stream. So, you know what? I'm done shuffling. So, let's go ahead and draw some runes here. Okay, so, first card. What do we have? Looks like Daguj. Or, yeah, Dagaj. So, Dagaj, and then we have Isa, And then we have, what is this? I want to say it's Ehwaj, I think. Yeah. Oh wait, was that reversed? Yeah, yes it was. Because, yeah. So, well, this is meh. It's interesting. I mean, so let me just pull out my things here. Hold on just a second. Okie dokie. So yeah, first I'd like to go over before we do this reading here, I think I'd like to go over some notes that I have on the runes, and this is the first time that I've ever discussed the runes, so you know, it's good to go over the basics. So, what are the runes? The runes were an oral tradition taught and passed down from father to son. The Germanic people would use a thing called Galdr, which is magic through chanting, and this would be performed and practiced by males. So males would do like magic through chanting, through runes, and that's called Galdr. And the females would do what's called seed, or it's actually spelled Seidr, and it's pronounced seed, but it means to boil. It's basically, the females would basically do, like shamanism, deity possession, and prophecy. So they would become like, they would basically channel energy, channel deities and things like that, and the deities would speak through them and even prophecy through them. And yeah. Then we have, so what is a spell? A spell is a spoken word or form of words held to have magical power. So basically that's a spell. So, you know, when you do when you use the runes in Galdr or in Magick, then you would basically, that's like a spell, how you would do a spell. So in broad terms. So here's some rune shamanism theory. Runes are seed sounds. So you know how we have bija mantras, just the seed sounds like aing, shring, ring, cling, things like that. Those are seed sounds, or bija mantras. But runes are actually seed sounds too. The first letter. So for instance, Dagaj, Dagaj, you know, the seed sound would be Da, and that would correspond with living from the soul in the present moment. That's what the seed sound is. So, yeah. So, let's see here. So runes are seed sounds and reside in the fabric of the within the fabric of the universe. They create everything. So the fabric of the universe, that's called the Germanic tradition calls it the web of weird, W-Y-R-D, and they create everything. The runes create everything. They've existed in the universe since its beginning. So here's some ways to use the runes. First we have Rune Shamanism, and I'm gonna get my drink out here because my throat's already feeling parched. So first we have Rune Shamanism, and this is basically self-transformation. It's chanting and meditating on the runes, on the rune sounds. Then we have rune divination, which we're doing right now, and this is like fortune telling, telling the future messages from deities and guides, things like that. And then we have advanced rune shamanism, and that's influencing reality. This is things like magic, spells, achieving dynamic balances, and things like that. So, a shaman, for anyone who is wondering about my name, Gebo the Shaman, why did I pick that? A shaman is one who acts as an intermediary between the physical and spiritual realms to achieve a dynamic balance. So yeah, that's what a shaman does. They're like an intermediary, the go-between, and they kind of figure out, balance things on the physical and spiritual. So yeah. So I'll go over and see if anybody has any questions. And looks like there's nobody here. Alright, hold on, let me refresh this page here. Okay. Looks like nobody. So, okay, so, well, we'll go ahead and talk about the runes here. And, let me just see here. So we have let me see here just a second. So I did the 3 rune layout. This is called the Norn layout, and basically I'll go ahead and show you these cards here. Let's see. They're like that. So we have Isa, Dagaj, and what? and Ehwaj reversed. I might be messing the name on that last one, but I mean, I'll correct myself if I find out I'm wrong. So basically what this is the past, present, and future. So past, present, and future. Now, I did this with the intent of seeing what's going on in the last part of the year. So that part would pertain to this card. Okay? So we'll get some more clarity on that later, but I'll just go over the past and the present right now. So the first card is the past, pertains to the past, and that is Isa. Now, Isa is the ego. Isa is the ego. Self-sufficiency, ego, sense of self, individuality. Divination meaning is individuality, independence, empowering the self, and self-sufficient. So this rune cannot be reversed, because if you reverse it, it's still Isa. Okay? So, then we have that. And then we have Dagaj, which, let me find that in my notes. I know what it generally means, but it's good to have the notes that go along with it. Yeah, here we go. Dagaj. Now, I like this rune, especially because it deals with, in this reading, it deals with the present moment. So, with this rune, this is Dagaj, and Dagaj means day, sunshine, the soul, freedom, happiness, bliss, pure divine soul expression. So it's just like your soul's like just totally blissed out. So that's what this means. So I don't know. I mean, okay, so I'll read you the divination meaning, and also this card cannot be reversed, because if you reverse it, it's still Dagaj. So the divination meaning is fun, full expression of emotion and freedom. So I think that's what I need right now. You know, it's funny doing this live. This is like the first time I've ever done this, so you know, it's new to me. It's fun. It's something to do. Yeah. So with trying to figure out. So you know, we had. See, I'm not really into like the news and what's going on with society and things like that, so I can't really say like anything that pertains to these cards, and society. But I mean, yeah. So what I'm getting is, you know, that there was a lot of ego going on in the past. You know, people were operating more from their ego. And perhaps that has to do with maybe the previous administration. I'm not getting into politics because I really don't care. It doesn't affect my life. But anyway, maybe there was some ego in the past, but now the good news is that we're living from our soul. So that's good. The present moment is living from the soul. So it looks like we got past some challenges with our ego, and we are living from our soul, so that's good. Now, with this card, Ehwaj, I believe, and it's like, let me find that in my notes before I talk out of my rear end. Let me see here. Here it is. Yeah, Ehwaj. Now, Ehwaj means the upright meaning means horse. It means sacred connection, connection to Odin. Horse and rider become one. It's like a like telepathy, like channeling, divine connection to the gods. It's really where you know, it's kind of like seed, where the Germanic women would allow the gods to channel through them, the deities and things to channel through them and give messages. And so that's what this this rune pertains to. Now, the reverse meaning of it is no intuitive connection, no trust, feels bad, not following intuition. Okay, so yeah, so that's kind of a downer card. Let me actually pull up my, let me see if I can find my, let's see here. Yeah, that's it. Oh. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Let's see. I did not mean to do that. I'm just messing with stuff in OBS. Sorry guys. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, so great. I got a bunch of stuff here. Just give me a second, guys. You can see it there. Yeah. Okay, so if we look at this rune wheel, and I'll, put it to there. Okay, so if we look at this, where do we find mana, or Ehwaj? Now Ehwaj is in the east. It's at the 3 o'clock position. It's right right here. So if you look at that, it's like right there where my finger's pointing. So so basically how I was taught the runes is like you look at, if they come up reversed like this, you look at the opposite of it, which is actually Dagaj. So, connecting and by the way, the future, this is what may happen. It may or may not happen. It's just giving you like the most likely possibility of what's going to happen if you stay on your current course of action. So this card actually offsets this one. So Ehwaj reversed is offset by Dagaj. So what that means is by living from our soul, by developing that soul connection, we can develop a sacred connection. By connecting to our soul, we can connect to the divine by living from the soul. Because when you're not, when like you can't really channel anything unless you're connected to your soul, unless because because like, for example, if channeling was your soul desire, then you know, it would be, it would be, you know, it would, so basically if channeling wasn't your soul desire, then it would be hard to channel. So that's what I was getting at there. But if channeling is your soul desire, then, you know, you can develop that that connection with the divine and really channel things. So yeah, I think that's about it for this one. So it looks like for the future we might have some disconnection, maybe another COVID lockdown. Not quite sure. The reverse meaning again is no intuitive connection. So it's like you're feeling disconnected. No trust, like not trusting. Feeling bad, feeling, you know, like disharmonious. And then not following your intuition. So yeah, it's rough. I mean, that's a hard thing to go through. Like, you know, I'm sure we've all been there. So I just pulled another card to get some more clarity on this guy. And I pulled Qigong. So yeah, let me go ahead and go back and see what that means. Let's see here. Okay. So I pulled a card. I pulled this card to get some meaning on this card. Actually, let me flip that for you. So I pulled this one, or no, I pulled this one in order to get meaning on this one. And so this is I'm looking at it reversed for me. This is Qigong, and so Qigong is actually reversed. This is supposed to be this way. Qigong, that's supposed to be that way, but it's reversed. So, and that's, you know, that's disappointing too. Let me grab another drink. So Qigong means knowledge, ability, permission, more than just book knowledge and information. It's like practical use of knowledge, practical information, practical, you know, learning something in school is different than actually going out and applying it. So this is the applied knowledge that we have here. So this is applied knowledge, and so this correlates with knowledge, awareness, and capability. And so basically with it being reversed, that means confusion. You know, we're not knowledgeable, we're not you know, we're like, in order to have knowledge, we have to have, you know, our stuff in order, you know. But in this case, we just have confusion. So, lack of intuition and confusion, you know, that's rough. So, lack of intuition and confusion. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's not good. I don't know what this applies to. I just kind of threw it out there. As in like, you know, what's going on, you know, with the collective of humanity, what's going on worldwide kind of thing. And those are the cards that came up. So it looks like we're going into a period where we're going to be confused again. We're going to have some lack of intuition. We're going to have some disconnection. So probably another COVID lockdown. That's what it seems like to me. Which sucks. I mean, but whatever, I guess. It is what it is. So, anyway, so with the reverse cards, let me actually look at, where Kenaj is. Kenaj is in the southwest, and so what's opposite Kenaj is Uruj. Is that right? Yep. Yeah, so Uruj is opposite Kenaj. So, okay, so this means, you know, Uruj is actually health and power. It means taking care of our health and gaining power through, you know, things like Qigong, all kinds of stuff. So, anyway, yeah. So basically, whenever you get this, it's good to look at the thunder wheel here and see what's opposite it. That way, because you can remedy these. Remember guys, this is just basically, it's giving you the most probable outcome. So it's not set in stone, it's just what's more than likely to happen. So that means that we need to take care of our health, Uruj, and we need to start living from our soul, Dagaj. Yeah, and that really resonates with me. That really does. I mean, because, yeah, those are two things that I struggle with, you know, taking care of my health, doing what I'm supposed to do in the gym, and all that good stuff. So, let me just update this again, guys, and see who we have watching. Okay, and again, you know, if you're in the if you're watching this video and you're here, give me a wave in the comments section so I know you're here. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to ask about COVID specifically and see what we have there. So I'm going to shuffle these cards again and we'll see what COVID has for us. You know, I don't know what to make of COVID, really. I mean, remember to always flip the cards, guys. You know, it really hasn't, affected me. I mean, of course it affects everybody, but, nobody's gotten sick. I mean, nobody in my family that I know personally has gotten sick from it. Yeah. So, we shall see what this has in store for us. Supposedly the Delta variant is supposed to be stronger and whatever. I have no opinion on that. Because I haven't really been researching it or anything like that. So, I'm just kind of living my life, guys, and shit doesn't have to affect me. I mean, I got my vaccine. You want to hear a funny story? I got my vaccine at a baseball game where nobody was wearing masks. Yep, true story. I went there because I was already planning on getting the vaccine, so I was like, well, screw it. Might as well do it at the ball game where everybody's, catching COVID and shit. So I just did it there. Yeah. So, we're just shuffling away, guys. So, yep, I got my COVID vaccine on, at the baseball game. Which is actually funny. So, and then, you know what? They gave me tickets to another ball game, and I came back 2 weeks later and got another vaccine. Got my second shot, so, so now I'm fully vaccinated. So, yeah, I didn't die. Nobody, nobody, I just thought I saw somebody, comment, but nobody. Anyway, what else? I'm just shuffling away here, guys. Let's see. All right, last shuffle. And I like the card on the bottom. Okay, so let's see. We're doing past, present, future. Past, present. How the hell are we getting the same cards? And then future. You know what? I'm gonna I gotta reshuffle that because I don't think that was supposed to happen. Alright, let's see. So, let's see. Maybe I should be more intentional with my questions here. What's going to happen with COVID? Are we going into another lockdown? Or are we going Florida? Or are we going Florida man? Just like maskless and screw it, we'll do it live attitude. Just shuffling them cards. What's going to happen with COVID? What's gonna happen with COVID? What's going to happen with COVID? I mean, the present rune was dog eyes, which means that's a really good present rune. But I'm just worried about like that future rune that was pretty messed up. So we shall see. One more shuffle, guys. What's going to happen with COVID? Okay. And that's fitting. Othal reversed, actually. Okay, so past. That's a fitting card. Present. Oop, sorry guys, that would probably blew your eardrums out. And future. Okay. So we have, for the past, we have Yuhuaj, transformation. That's freaking fitting, because what did COVID do? It transformed our whole world. We're now wearing masks and getting vaccines and crap like that. And there's a freaking car going crazy. Hold on. Jeez. Don't know what the hell that was about, but I guess whatever works, right? So alright, so let's discuss these runes, past, present, and future. And just get them. Okay, so we have them right here. Let's see here. This is the future. So this one is the past. This is Yuhuaj. This is, I believe, Ing, and this is Lagush. Okay, so yeah. So let's see. Alright, so see what's going on with COVID here. Give me a second. Okay, so Yuhuaj. Now, the past Yuhuaj, this is the card of transformation, basically. This is the yew tree, Y-E-W tree, and this represents death and resurrection. So it's, it also represents self-transformation, evolution, things like that. So this is a very transformative card. So having that in the past definitely resonates, because I was asking about COVID and it gave me Yuhuaj. Now that we all know, I really don't need to talk about how COVID has changed everything in our world, right? It really has. I mean, there's not much more I can say other than that. I mean, now let me, I'm gonna go ahead and see, give me a second, guys. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down. Alright, so Yuhuaj, we talked about that, and this is another thing. This is another card that cannot be reversed, because if you reverse it, it's just Yuhuaj again. Yeah, there's no getting around transformation. There's no getting around, evolution and things like that. Death and resurrection, like, it's a pretty serious thing. Okay, so now we'll talk about the present. For the present we have Ingwaj. Ingwaj is sacred fire. Ing is the god of spiritual fire. There's Indra, also fiery god. Now the divination meaning is incubation process, like processing. It's like that wheel, the wheel of the buffer wheel. It's kind of, it's incubating, it's processing, it's working on it. So we're in the stage of just spinning the wheel, spinning the hamster wheel, kind of working on it, processing, or all that stuff. It's basically, it's in process. So I can't argue much there. I mean, that is true. Now this also means this is a transitional rune. It means growth from a seed or incubation. So yeah. So let's see here. We have Ingwaj, we have Yuhuaj. Now we have Lagush. So this is kind of what's going on presently. Just this, we're currently in process where we don't know whether we're going into a lockdown or we're going to open up again or whatever. I mean, it's just kind of up in the air right now. So, now let's talk about Lagouge. So the card that I pulled for the future is Lagouge, and it's right side up, so that's good. That's a good sign. So so Lagouge means lake. It means deep. It means sacred. It's related to Nerthus and Njord. Nerthus and Njord. This is the god and goddess of the oceans and of law. So this means so Lagouge relates to cleansing, unconscious, deep emotions, and law. So there you go. Lagouge. Now, the divination meaning is deep emotions, feelings, strong emotional connection, aware of feelings, emotional awareness, emotional IQ is key here. Aware of feelings, flowing with feelings, passionate. So, yeah, I mean, people have some very strong feelings about COVID, and I'm sure those feelings are going to be recognized, and we're going to become aware of how like emotionally taxing COVID has been. That's the prediction here. We're going to develop an awareness of how traumatizing and how damaging isolation can be. And I think there's going to be some good out of that comes out of that, because that allows us to have more it could be a good opportunity to have more like mental health awareness, more more opportunity for counseling online, and cheap inexpensive counseling kind of thing. Like, I feel like more people are going to go for counseling now, because at a certain point you can't run away from your feelings for forever. There's a certain point where the things that you've done to run away from your feelings won't work anymore, and that's so people are going to have a rude awakening. They're going to become aware of all these feelings that they've been suppressing, and they will need counseling, they will need therapy, and it's not going to be good. People are going to be very upset about like all the like at a certain point, like what. So here's what I want you to do. Examine how you fill your time. Examine how you fill your time, and is there any area in there for you to be alone by yourself, meditating with your feelings? Is there any time that you give yourself to do that? And I would imagine for 98% of the population that answer is no, because they suppress their feelings, because they run away from their feelings. They don't dive into them. They don't And hey, like, anything that I'm telling you guys, I am guilty of as well, even to a greater extent, probably. So, I mean, the bottom line here is, don't run away from your emotions. Face them, you know? Yeah, like, people don't like crying, and I understand that. People don't like dealing with their emotions because we've all been told to, you know, that shit doesn't belong in, you know, like, basically we've been guilted out of our feelings, basically. So, we've got to develop some awareness about how we are suppressing our feelings and denying our feelings, and you know, so yeah, if we didn't have a mental health crisis already in this country, we do now. It's not going to be easy, but I feel like a lot of good will come out of this, because people will now become more conscious of the things that are going wrong in their lives. You know, the things that they have been suppressing for years. And so, if you want to deal with your feelings and things, if you want to face your emotions, face your feelings, because the reality is your feelings won't hurt you. They're just feelings. They're just, you know, they're just feelings. And yes, they can be very intense and very frightening, cause you anxiety and all that. But at the same time, once you, how should I say this? I'll put it this way. There's freedom on the other side of facing your emotions. There's freedom on the other side of facing your emotions. There's freedom in knowing, in becoming aware of all of your feelings and emotions. There's freedom in that. So basically, if you want to, if you want to really face your feelings and face your emotions and get into them, I recommend you go here and do this stuff. These high-level practices are designed to tap into the heart center, where your emotions are stored. Now, they are, your soul is surrounded by this protective lightning energy, and so stops the traumatic emotions from getting to the soul. Because you need, if your friends are getting shot in battle, then you don't need to process your feelings right away, which is what would happen if that shield wasn't there. If the shield wasn't there, you would process all of your feelings right away like that. But since we need to, it's key, in our survival. If the guy next to you is getting eaten by a saber-toothed tiger and you're hunting and you need to get away from it, not like you need to get away and get to safety, and not like deal with the emotions of, oh my god, he just ate my friend, kind of thing. So So that's what that shield is there for. But what happens is, in our society, we haven't been told to deal with our emotions in a healthy way. We've been told to suppress them, like, any kind of emotional display or, like, emotional release kind of thing is not welcome. It's treated as, you're emotionally unstable, and people have a bunch of judgments about that. But so it is understandable that we suppress our emotions, but in order to have that lightning energy in the heart be freed up and allowed to, like, go into the rest of the body and heal the body, then we need to do this stuff. We need to go to therapy, go to counseling and things like that. So yeah, that's all I have on Lagouge. Alright, let me just check YouTube once again and see if there's any questions for me. Any questions at all? Any questions? Anybody watching? Let's see here. Nope. Okay. So I'll go ahead and pull another card and get some more clarification on that. Okay, so we have these two cards here. Let me get this YouTube thing out of the way. We have Lagouge and Gebo. And Lagouge and Gebo. And so in order to get some perspective on Lagouge, I pulled this card. So Gebo, let me just find Gebo in my notes real quick to get a better sense of, of how it could be applied to this. So give me a second. Where is... Okay, Gebo. So, Gebo means gift. It means mutual energy exchange. Giving freely with no expectation of receiving. Things like that. So, Gebo is a powerful rune. So the divination meaning is, this would be a card of dating, of equal pay for equal work, a gift, an equal exchange of energy, unconditional giving, that kind of thing. So, I feel like it's kind of hard to place these two together. I mean, or come up with a meaning with for these two placed together. I mean, it is. So I would say emotional. Emotional connection. That's what this is. This is like like exchanging emotions, like kind of like a group therapy kind of thing. I'm getting a group therapy kind of vibe where everybody's just open and sharing about their emotions. That's what this is. Yep. That's what this is. I feel like a lot of group therapy classes are going to start, because people, being isolated and whatever, online group therapy. I feel like that's going to be really helpful for a lot of people, is, interacting with each other in a way where we can share our emotions, our emotions, we can share our emotions. And doing that will help us be more comfortable with our emotions and help us to not suppress them. So that's great. That's optimistic future. So that's awesome. I love that. So if you're struggling with emotional issues, I would suggest group therapy. That would be great. Alrighty, guys. So I'm drinking kombucha, by the way. There it is. Yeah, kombucha. It's pretty good. So, I guess we are all set. So let me just check YouTube again, and we shall see what's going on. Okay, so we have nothing in the chat. Okay, so we'll go ahead and end this live stream here. Thank you guys for watching, and we will talk to you later. I hope you got a lot out of the rune readings and stuff. Hoping to do more of those in the future. Just, this is kind of an experimentation. See how good I was at it and all that stuff. See what kind of messages I would get. Things like that. So, I appreciate you being here, and thanks for hanging out with me. And we will talk to you later. Peace, guys. Take care.